Life can be hard. You can't get a job, your partner doesn't love you, you gained 10 pounds last month, your genitals aren't the size you want them to be. There's definitely something wrong. Perhaps it's your fault. Or maybe it's karma. Or maybe it's the fault of an entire race of people for some reason. Yeah, that's probably it. I'm the Soothing Serpent, and I'm here to tell you how to be a racist. So you've probably heard about this whole racism thing, and you've probably been told it's bad, but I bet you've never given it a go. Now think about it. Have you ever seen a sad racist? No. They're always happily frequenting racist forums, or happily shouting their views in the supermarket queue, or happily burning crosses. You know what they say? Ignorance is bliss. I know what you're thinking. Why would I, in my right mind, want to blame an entire race of people for my own problems? Well, with racism, you don't have to be in your right mind. You can be as irrational as you please. For example, I just stubbed my toe. Fucking Welsh people. It's their fucking fault. Send them back to Welshland, I say. Put up a big fucking wall between us so they can't fly their stupid fucking dragons over here. See? From a logical standpoint, none of that made any sense. But to a racist, logic doesn't matter. All that matters is hearing what you want to hear. And who wouldn't want to live in a world where you always hear what you want to hear? Imagine. You go out in the world and the neighbours are all chatting about what an incredibly kind, generous and sexy person you are. You head to the shop and the girl at the till tells you that you've won the lottery. Again. As you leave the shop, the local judge smiles at you and gives his permission to commit any crime you like. That's the life. And that's what it's like for racists every day. They can go round yelling ethnic slurs and shouting at people to go back to a country they're probably not actually from, and somehow they will still, from somewhere, hear what they want to hear. Approval. They hear approval from like-minded racists. They hear approval from websites and Facebook groups. They hear approval from their favourite newspapers and TV news networks, regurgitating their audience's own racism back into its audience's mouths, like a bird feeding its young. But when there's the slightest hint of disapproval, the ears close and the mind switches off. You could be just like them if you wanted. Really, who wouldn't want constant approval and people vomiting into your mouth? So now I've convinced you to try racism, let's get you through the steps to set you up as a full-blown racist. Step 1. Blame everything on whichever racial group you like. This is the easy bit. Throw logic and common sense out the window and just blame every single one of your problems on that group. Step 2. Share your views with other people. Share your hatred of this race with all your friends and family. Shout it loudly in public places with them. Share it in shops, in restaurants, at weddings. They'll love you for it. You should also share your views with complete strangers, but before you do, make sure you preface every sentence with, "I'm not racist, but..." This will trick them into thinking your views are rational and informed, when they're actually very, very racist. Step 3. Make some racist friends. At this point, you're new to the whole racism thing, so you might need some help from more experienced members of the racist community. They can teach you new racist lingo, find the latest racist literature, and of course the classics, and they can inform you of races you may not have heard of before and why you should hate them. Step 4. Show off your racism with racist tattoos. A great way to fit in with the racist community and to broadcast to everyone that you are, in fact, a racist. Whoever said racism couldn't be arty? This shows that racism can be expressed through more than just words. You can experience racism through racist films, racist poetry, racist theatre, racist ballet, and much more. And that's all you need to know for now. Go out there and enjoy your racism. Enjoy hanging out with your racist friends shouting obscenities at people. Enjoy the sense of belonging you now feel. Enjoy your former friends and family doing everything they can to distance themselves from you. Enjoy being arrested for hate crimes. Enjoy Big Phil, your cellmate and daddy. And of course, enjoy living in your own imaginary world, where other races partake in grand conspiracies, and you cast yourself as the chosen hero who will save the day, liberate the world from such conspirators, and create a racist utopia. Meanwhile, normal people will continue to live in the real world.